Good evening. Welcome to the first debate. In this debate, we have John Palvat and Donald Trump facing it off head to head. These two have finally met. So the debate's going to consist by a number of questions asked by our moderators. The debate is going to consist on a number of questions. We're going to be asking the questions, and each candidate will have a certain amount of time to respond. Okay, so the first question. Donald Trump, how do you feel like you're doing as president? Well, I think I'm doing a good job. We've created thousands of jobs. We've created a lot of jobs. We are working on the wall right now. We fulfilled all our campaign promises. We promised border security, and we're going to be imposing strict border security, and we are going to secure the border, and we're going to have the wall. The wall will be completed. And as soon as we're president, we're going to take back the House and the Senate. Objection! John Pelvutz, please wait for your turn to talk. John Pelvutz, how do you feel like Donald Trump is doing as president? Donald Trump is doing a horrible job as president. He has done nothing. He has supported all kinds of discriminatory measures against the LGBT community, and he has really hurt a lot of people. He's taken health care away from people. He's very he doesn't care about immigrants and refugees. He has been one of the most incompassionate, uncaring presidents I have ever seen. Okay, next question. Mr. Trump, how do you feel you're going to be handling the economy from now on? We're going to keep doing exactly what we've been doing. We've been creating a lot of jobs, and we're going to keep creating jobs. Mr. Palvutz, how would you handle the economy as president? We're going to make sure that people get their living wage. We're going to make sure that people have the right to paid family leave. We're going to make sure that we do everything we can to combat climate change and to make sure that people are going to be employed and that our people are taken care of because it's the right thing to do. Third question. Before third question for the candidates. What are your plans to do better on immigration, in the next term for presidency, Mr. Trump? You speak first. We're going to make sure our borders are secured. We're going to make sure all the bad omens are gone. We're going to make sure people come in legally. That's what we've been working on in the last 4 years, and that's what we're going to continue to work on. Mr. Palvutz, what is your plan for immigration? We do not need a wall. Yes, we need to provide border security, but we do not need a wall. We need to make sure people have a path to citizenship. We need to make sure we pass comprehensive immigration reform. With this president, it is never going to happen. This president has no interest in passing comprehensive immigration reform. He's only interested in his racist and xenophobic rhetoric to kick people out of this country. That's not who America is. His motto for making America great again is making America white again. That is not who we are as Americans. Mr. Trump, would you like to respond to that? I think Mr. Palvutz is nuts. I think he's a liberal. He did say he hates me. If he actually put on a Facebook blog saying, "I hate this president and I'm okay with it." Mr. Palvutz, would you like to respond to that? Mr. Trump, I hate what you're doing. I hate the way you are treating people. And I hate the way you are treating immigrants and minorities and the LGBT community. I think it's a disgrace. I hate the way you are treating our environment. You don't care about our environment. You are A rich man born of white privilege who has no understanding of what other people that are not like you go through. You should be ashamed of yourself, Mr. President. Mr. Trump, would you like to respond to that? We have done a great deal of stuff, and we have a lot of LGBT supporters. Mr. Trump, you're taking them for granted. We have a lot of LGBT. Mr. Palvats, please wait for your turn. We have a lot of LGBT supporters, a lot of supporters in the gay community, and we have a lot of people who support what we're doing right now. We have Latino supporters. I have friends that are Muslim. We have all sorts of people who agree with what we're doing, and Black and Hispanic unemployment is down, by the way. It's down to the record low in history. So I don't know what Mr. Pelbot's problem is, other than he's just being hateful against me, just as the media and the fake news media has been hateful against me. Mr. Palbot would make a horrible president. He's clearly a socialist. And he's going to ruin all the progress we're making. So I ask American people, please continue to be with me. Please continue to be with me for the next 4 years as we continue to make America great. And we continue to keep America great. Mr. Palbot, would you like to respond to that? He has done nothing for peace, hurting people. I'm getting all kinds of... We're hearing so much from people that he's hurting. Now, next question. We'll go about the government shutdown. Mr. President, would you explain the largest government shutdown in U.S. history? We did it for border security. We did it to secure our borders because Democrats like John Pelvich don't want to secure our borders. They want open borders, and it's very clear that John Pelvich is lying to his chief when he says he wants to have border security. He doesn't. John Pelvich wants open borders. Mr. Pelvich, would you like to respond to that? We want comprehensive immigration reform for people who come into this country and work so hard. The president has shown no compassion against these people. This topic has gone straight. We are talking about the government shutdown. The government shutdown was to secure the border. People were hurt by this shutdown. People weren't paid for like a month. People were not paid for this shutdown. How can you be so selfish? The president got in front of the American people and threw a temper tantrum in front of the American people. He doesn't care about the American people. He cares about no one but himself. And I would encourage you to read our blogs at johnpelvich.com. We want you to know that this president doesn't care about anybody but himself. He is a liar. He is a deceiver. He's lying through his chief. And it's time to shape up and to start a new day for America. Mr. President, would you like to respond to that? I have a lot of people who agree with me what I did in the shutdown. We need to secure our border. Okay, our last and final question for this debate. What is one nice thing you two can say about each other? Mr. Palvat, I would like to start with you. What is one nice thing you can say about President Donald Trump? I hope that his kids become a better person than he is, and to reject the bigotry of this man. I admire, it's very tough to say, I think his wife is a good woman at heart. I do. I really do. I think his wife is a good woman at heart. Mr. Trump, why do you have anything nice to say about John Palvatz? Well, John Palvatz, I think he's sincere. He has a good family. He has good kids. All right, we would like to thank you for the first 2020 presidential debate, and we will see you again in the next